Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 3 vs 3 on Mortalis. Playing as a tout, we've got Silky Pete, his comrade Imperius von Mortis playing as Death Korps Krieg, and also playing as Death Korps Krieg, we have got Agnar. On the opposing team, playing as Imperial Guard, we've got Dr. Nox, we've got Witch as the Space Marines, and we have got Zoe as the Orks. So quite an exciting map, considering that everyone has got a relic to play with, and with everyone being quite close, it's going to be lots of combat from the get-go, I would imagine. Lovely team compositions for this one. We do have 2 Death Korps Krieg and a Tout, so lots of defensive capabilities, especially with these choke points and heavy cover in the middle. I mean, I imagine that the Death Korps Krieg will probably form some sort of defensive line all over here, and the Tout can take advantage of their defensive comrades by bringing their big old railguns to bear. Although, mind you, in saying that, the Orks are quite good in a siege, as well as the Imperial Guard, so good defensive capabilities all around. It'll be all about how this Space Marine player decides to play it. Will he go for those early rhinos and circumvent all that good stuff, or will he decide to maybe wait for those late game deep strikes? Or who knows, maybe all that will not come to fruition and we will see a completely different way of playing. We do have a heavy bolter turret coming straight out over here, looking at this critical location. We do have some stealth suity lads jumping over the side and maybe doing a little bit of pestering for these guys. Although focusing on the settlement is not what you would normally see. You would see these guys kind of hanging around these strategic points, waiting to decap them as soon as humanly possible. From old, what was your name again? Silky P. I do hope that the P in Silky P stands for penguins, as we could probably guess what it probably actually stands for, but I'm going to believe in the honesty of youth and all that good jazz. We do have the command squad now out, having a look at these little Jaegers, but the Jaegers are hiding behind a smoke screen. Lets them go a little bit invisible for a little while, but the heavy bolter turret has came out, so they will spot them and push them back. Do have a second heavy bolter turret going, so okay. An aggressive defensive play here. That's what I'd see. Those are fire warriors coming around here, but with a big mech coming out. Not sure if these lads will want to stay around and hang about in close combat. No, these stealth suits don't feel that way obliged. Force commander as well out. But a good line of soldiers over here, building up these mines, but the mines will be spotted. And as we learned in yesterday's game of Death Korps Krieg, they can just kind of from their HQ just pop down these mines willy-nilly, which is quite useful. Saves you having to bring out the engineers to the front lines. Well, I imagine that the engineers don't mind coming out to the front lines. Love a good scrap. Dear oh dear, these soldiers all dying in unison, in a synchronized fashion. Do have a command squad having a little look at these Tout. Do have a Lord General's command squad over here, going for the veteran bodyguards of the range variety, so not nearly as aggressive as the command squad of the Imperial Guard. But just look at the sheer amount of lads over here. Gonna build up a bunker, which will also overlook this critical location. But the guardsmen are not the guardsmen, the Space Marines are taking the critical location in the middle. Although the critical location countdown thingy-majiggy doesn't look like it's on. We'll have to keep our eyes and ears peeled for it, because sometimes it is on, but you can't see the little emblem down here. But a whole squad of tacticals moving in. Gonna chase these fire warriors away as the big mech comes along with some slugger boys. Gonna go for some burners as well, which will help them, well, obviously burn things. Got some smoke gonna go down here, helping these guys with giving them a heavy cover defensive thing. I mean, these guys have also got the heavy cover defensive thing, but now that the bunker is online, and look at the range on that bad boy. I mean, if we can have a look from their perspective, anything within this range they could fire at, which when we compare it to the guardsmen, we can't really see because because they've captured this, that's why we can see more than we usually can. There we go, bunkers are going to be cancelled. Well, yeah, these, the Tout player kind of needs a little bit of help with the defence. They've lost a couple of strategic points, not quite able to capture their own relic neither. So this is a sad situation for the Tout player. We've got all the boys over here, but none of the lads around here to help. Got a tower commander there. It will start opening fire on this Slugger Boy squad. We'll turn their attention to the tower commander and see if they can slap him down. Minefield being summoned down here. With some Jaegers in the mix. Slugger Boy squad over here being wiped out. And there we go. They are the Death Korps Krieger Tower centre, well, fortifying their centre, while kicking out the Slugger Boys. Overstaying their welcome here, I think. Bit of a mistake trying to go for that Cadre headquarters. I mean, what? They took out almost 1,000 health, which could have been used to do some serious damage on these plasma generators. Could have even taken one out if they so chose. There we go. Now it's just a constant firing line on this heavy bolter turret. Yeah, so these guys are going to, I imagine, maybe even they'll build up this line of bunkers, and when they feel safe, they'll build up a second line of bunkers, and then move forward that way.
Standing ready.
That'd be how I'd play it if I was a Death Korps Krieg, but then again, you've seen me play now. You know why I'm liking a 1v1. And, I mean, was it impressive? I'd say so, personally. I didn't die straight away in all 3 games. Isn't that... I mean, that's something at the very least. Anyway, south side, not sure what they're going to get involved in. I mean, not seeing any tier 2s. We are seeing some battle armor for the Imperial Guard. Have we seen tier 2 for you guys? Yep, tier 2 for the Space Marines. Are the Orks in there? Just one war banner away from tier 2. Oh, I quite like this. So they're not going to bother with all this defensive stuff going over here. They're just going to move over into the tower area and just mess with their shiz. Now I've gone for Path to Enlightenment, so they're also in tier 2. Space Marines kind of retreating here. They don't want to get caught in a how would one say, a dead end. So they're going to push back just a little bit. Well, not retreating, they're just advancing in a different direction. That's how it works. Imperial Guard there. Commissar in the ranks. And Command Squad in tow, but going to be not in a happy place. Lord Commander General and Tower Commander working in tandem. Going to kill this Command Squad in its entirety. Got some Slugger Boys trying to distract these guys, but entire squad wipe of Imperial Guard over here, including their Commissar. Sad times in the pipelines. Also been slowed down by the Tower Commander's snare trap. Big Mech goes down. Nob is also wilting. But now we do have a Land Speeder Tempest armed with its crack missiles. Although it's saying that normally, wonderful idea. However, the bunkers of the Death Korps Krieg are something to really tremble at. Look at that, taking full advantage of their factions. They've got gun turret emplacements. Yeah, this is going to be one tough nut to crack, but like I say, that's what I mean about the Space Marine player either going for rhinos to circumvent these just by pushing straight through, or maybe even just going for those deep strikes. Which, yeah. Battlefield tier 2 for the Imperial Guard. And to be fair, I mean, artillery isn't a bad shout. Basilisks, Whirlwind Mark 1s. Orks don't really have much in the way of... I mean, they've got their big Titan doofers, haven't they? Which could certainly be a problem, but then that would require all the teams to kind of sit back and turtle up. Got a second field headquarters coming on for Agnar, so looking for more field generators, that's what you're called. Because obviously all the factions can't call them the same thing. No, Mr. Landshot, that would be too easy for me. Tier 2 going for the Imperius von Mortis. Very impressive sounding name. And more gun turret emplacements now going for in the Tau base, which is lovely. Very helpful for them. And target locks and whatnot, so everyone's just taking up really at this point. Waiting to get all their next tier toys on the field. Do have a Storm Chimera and a Hellhound looking at this Landspeeder Tempest. These guys are trying to look and see what kind of chinks in the armour that they can go for. There is an Earthshaker platform. The range on this bad boy is apparently immense. Quite lethal. There we go, I like this. Heavy bolter turret. I mean, can they see over the edge? They can see over the edge. So yeah, double land speeders. If they only knew that there was a whole undefended load over here, that'd be great. Yeah, F-Shaker platform now online. I don't know if this is fired manually, just to add to the overall DPS required. But look at the range on these heavy weapon platoons. Going to be smashing up these war banners. So the Orks are going to have to do something. That air tower. So the Orks have got a similar mindset that they're going to go for some airplay. Stealth suit team's being used as spotters, so wonderful team synergy going on there. Do have a las cannon on this bad boy. And this poor quartermaster being shot repeatedly in the face by a las cannon, which is definitely not what you want. War Banner's now going to go toe-to-toe against this Lord General's command squad. Tempests manoeuvring around on this side. And yeah, this is a lot of War Banners to lose from the Orc perspective. We'll send them back in the tech tree a little bit. I might even send them back to tier 1, sorry. Stealth suits over here, having a look to see if they can smack around these Landspeeder Tempests. And oh Lord, have mercy on my mortal soul, double War Banners are going to go down. The slow push of the Death Corps. F-Shaker platform also being used to full effect. Well, the Imperial Guard, they're also going to go for their own heavy weapons teams. Not sure if they've got the same kind of lethal range as the heavy weapons platoons, but they are 650 health compared to... Oh, but they've got 3 models in there. That's why they've got more health by the looks of things. Do some Death Copters. Will be very useful against these heavy weapons platoons if they can get around and focus fire on them. That's what they are going to go do. But actually, no, in saying that, nope. No, they won't be useful. They'll be instantly wiped out by the heavy weapons platoons. So it's back to the drawing board for you, Zoe. Back to the drawing board, indeed. Do have a Basilisk now, returning fire against this F-Shaker platform. Yeah, this Orc player, what are you going to go for now? A Dakar Jet. The fastest of the speed freaks. Different from the fighter bomber in... What? How are you different? Well, fair enough, I know it is different. I think that the Orcs have got 3 different variants of the fighter bomber. Fighter bomber ideal against masses of infantry. Fighter jet, I think it's good against vehicles. Vehicles and aircraft. Yes, it's your anti-big stuff unit in the air. And you're going to go for a Wazboom Blaster Jet. Which, for life of me, I can't remember what that is, but here we go. Defensive stuff in the form of triple, in fact quadruple, las cannons. So the Death Corps Krieg now also can't push too far forward. Dakar Jet having a little look to see if it can stand the test time, but will not. Predator on the way. I mean, mind you though, we've seen... What is it? In loads of casts before, Razorbacks have been really useful against this kind of fire. So maybe the idea is just to spam Razorbacks. At least just to hold back this Lord Commander General. Let's see a Wazboom Blaster Jet. Oh, sorry, we've already said that. Anyway, Predator going solo, going to bring the pain. Oh, there we go. Force Commander using his orbital bombardment. Let's get a cinematic shot of that. Oh, yes. Hasn't killed many of them, but has forced them back. Allowing the Predator to also separate these guys out. You can take them on one at a time. But sadly will be taken out by the stealth suit teams, wherever they are. Gun turret emplacement. Being spotted by the Imperial Guards. Visiony thing. Also triple Basilisks. I do like how in Dawn of War Unification, the models aren't always the same. They come out looking different. Which is very tasty. Right, what are you? Are you just... Oh, I think this one has some unique abilities. Oh, this poor listening post being shot up slowly but surely by the tower commander. Do have the heavy weapons platoons now turning its attention to the Imperial Guard. Got some Terminators on the field. Dacker Jet moving over onto this side for supporting reasons. Commander squad now. Oh, they did push out, but then they died very quickly. Do have a land... Oh, Jesus, a whole relic unit here. Land Raider Phoebus. Now coming out to play. And yeah, these heavy weapons teams aren't feeling so confident anymore. Yeah, this is probably where it's going to turn their tides ever so slightly. These guys have been spending a lot of money on all the heavy weapons platoon teams. Dacker Jets now flying on the side. And what do you do, Was Bomb Blaster Jet? Oh, well, we may never know. But there's 11 stealth suit teams. Land Raider Phoebus, known for its tanky disposition, is having a good chunk of health being taken out of it, but still in a fighting posture. Librarian now out. And a Chimera by Dr. Nox also joining in. But I do believe that Dr. Nox has spent most of his economy on those static emplacements. But Basilisks, triple in their name, are going to certainly add to the DPS of this Land Raider, who's now just waltzing into the base. No questions asked. He's not knocking on that front door. He's barging through. And the Orks have now got the breathing room to rebuild some of their units. Gonna go for another Dacker Jet. And what are you? You are knobs. Gonna go for some knobs. Frontline stuff. And yeah, just these two units alone have absolutely annihilated the Death Corps Krieg's defences. Go for some more F-shaped platforms, but realistically, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket in the form of that defence. Because once you've got something like big chunk units like this, your defences aren't going to hold up for very long. You need to go for something else. Planetary Siege and a Ragnarok on the way. Ragnaroks are beefy tanks, to say the least. But can they go up against a Predator with triple las cannons? Got double knobs. Anything else going to go on for these guys? Yeah, just triple ballistas as well. We're going to have something being deep struck in, I imagine. And you are probably a Ironclad Dreadnought. So yeah, these guys are pissing in the wind at the moment. I think that's what the saying is. Got Grenadiers on the field. I imagine they've got some sort of anti-tank grenade in there. Ragnarok, lethal with its Ragnarok Demolisher cannon, but not nearly as tanky as the Predator. Got some stealth suit teams moving in. And what have you gone for your special upgrade? He's got his, whatever you call it, the big railgun on there, which makes him even more lethal than normal. Now got a whole squadron of knobs coming in to ruin the faces of everyone. At least just to draw the fire away from the big units. Got one Hellhound and one Chimera moving in. Ragnarok now on the field for Agnar. Gonna go for a bombard. And more orbital bombardments coming in from Space Marine player. And we've got a war on two fronts here. Knobs charging in, looking to smack around that Earthshaker platform as best they can. Bombard needs to get out as quick as you like. Land Raider Phoebus falling back to get repaired by this Tech Priest engines here. Wonderful teamwork there, as the Tech Priest engines here obviously is an absolute beast in repairing things. Manufacturer arm going down, but the Bombard is out. Ideal against basically everything that is in the building. Chimera will go down, but it's this Land Raider that you want to contend with. Double Ragnaroks. Need to bring over some engineers to repair this bad boy. Do have some more stealth teams moving around the side. but won't contend with all that noise. And we now have the field headquarters of this of Agnar going to be going down. Bombard being slapped around by the Nob Squad. But yeah, I think that this is a classic example of gaining an early game advantage by having all your defences set up, but then not really anticipating the what your opponents are going to do or inevitably do. I mean, they had lots of autocannon gubbins for taking down buildings and heavy infantry and light tanks, but then when the big boys came out to play, didn't really have anything. But still, it's all to play for. I mean, yes, Agnar has lost a lot of his stuff, but he's still got his fleet of power generators. He's still got all these listening posts. We are seeing some nuclear waste being dropped. Assault Terminator Squad dying, choking on radioactive fumes. Also, minefields are being popped down as well. And never underestimate the Death Korps Krieg's ability to just hunker down and fight for every inch of land. Tell player as well, what are you going to go for? Just constant stealth suit teams. Look at all the dead and dying on this battlefield. Absolutely insane. Hellhound from the Guardsmen, replacing the one that they've lost. Dakar Jet also taking out this Lord Commander General. Going to rebuild their assembly plant over yonder. But do they have the economy for it? I mean, 121 and 26, 115 and 66, 89 and 79, compared to 105 and 57, 104 and 76, and 103 and 77. So even though Death Korps Krieg have been pushed back a little bit, their economy is still fresh and fighting fit. Hellhound about to be taken down. Does look like, oh, the Land Raider has fallen back for more repairs. Do love this. You never see this in games usually. Normally see tanks being thrown away until they die. But again, maximum value from that tank there. But then again, in saying that, does give the Death Korps Krieg a little bit of breathing room. I'm going to focus on this Ironclad Dreadnought. We'll probably be able to take it down before it is able to take on this Ragnarok. So they do have... I was about to say that they seem to have stabilised, but on this side, not so much. Tower player, what are you doing? Where are all your stealth suits? They are dotted around. Got a bit of flirt there, young man. You could spend it on some more gubbins if you wanted to. Gonna go for another Tower Commander. Got a Malkador. Doesn't seem to be standing up all that well. Another orbital bombardment coming down. Dear oh dear. It's gonna all be down to how this power player is able to use his economy to build up some sort of relief fighting force for the Death Korps Krieg. Do have double Vendetta, sorry, which are amazing in this situation. Although maybe want to pull these guys back away from the heavy weapons teams down here. There we go, another Chimera being taken down. But yeah, this Death Korps Krieg player looking like he's staring death down the barrel. One Land Raider Phoebus doing a 90-degree turn and then just one-shot blast on that Vendetta. Absolute insanity. But yeah, it was a really good opening from the Northern team. We've got an artillery platform. Hold on, let me have a quick ganders at this Ork. Having assistance with his grot friends. Bless him. Fire away and let the grots. That's a really cute animation, I like that. That's really nice. Yeah, these boys are in a whirlwind of trouble. But Bombard is going in to assist. Player has been defeated. So a little bit too late, a little bit not enough. And now it's just a case of seeing how long that these guys can defend. Oh, there we go. Now you're bringing out the Fire Warrior teams. Now you're bringing out the vehicle beacon. Inspired by the loss of his comrade, is now coming out. Double Vendetta still being used to whatever effect that they can. Land Raider Phoebus having his pathing blocked by all these stealth suits. And actually, it might even be taken down. Yes, they might have lost a player, but we have seen people win under such dire circumstances. You never quite know what's going to happen. We'll have to take this boy down there. I mean, are they bringing up anything else? No, just more servitors. Predator now using its, by the looks of things, a melter gun. Not doing all that much damage against the Vendetta. Ironclad Dreadnought as well, coming around the flanks. Just waltzing straight into the tower base. But mind you, all the stealth suits will probably take care of this Dreadnought. Quick, sharpish. So it does look like that the... I was about to say, it looks like that they might have to transition away from the vehicle play. But they're going to keep with it. Lord General, veteran bodyguard ranged, armed with their melter guns. But they've got no Lord Commander. It's just the bodyguards. They're out of a job. Librarian taking loads of plasma fire to the face. Predator gonna go down. Force Commander and Chaplain looking to bank some Xenos. Oh no, they're not. They're gonna engage at range. Not really had much opportunity to get some cinematic shots here. The battle's been too spread out to get any sort of real semblance of close-ups. Got some Barracudas there, wherever they are. Have they died already? I think they've... Have you died? Looks like they've died already. Land Raider Phoebus been nursed back to full health. Basilisk's really airing them. Oh no, here you are. One Basilisk. Oh, Barracuda, sorry. I mean, I do like this, that the tower player is capturing all these strategic points to gain all the economy for them. Just requires them having to spend the money on it. Got some Cascans now. Moving around, but will be instantly slammed about by this Barracuda. Also got Tower Commander opening fire on them as well. Bombard trying to take care of this Dreadnought, but this Dreadnought is just not caring one iota. He's been left in the base alone. Given free rein to rip apart the Rock Creek structures of the Death Korps Krieg. But yeah, I think it is safe to say that there's nothing much else that the Tower player and the Death Korps Krieg player can do. Had an opportunity with capturing all these doofers down here, but realistically I am going to call it for the Southern team. Wonderful opening. Really great slow pressure on the Ork team, but failed to anticipate that inevitable counter-attack from the Space Marine player and the Imperial Guard player with their artillery and their heavy tanks and whatnot. Cool, so if you want to support the channel, £1 a month gets you one extra game on the old Patreon. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never a chore, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.